Okay, so Boo at the Zoo is one of my absolute favorite events for the family during the Halloween time. It's a spooky fun time for all, and here to tell us about it is education specialist. We got Chris, and Chris has brought some really amazing friends. Who do we got here, Chris?
Well, we have Mrs. Toad.
Mrs. Toad.
And Noodle, Fideo actually, that's her name.
And what is Mrs. Toad?
Mrs. Toad is a Colorado River toad. Oh. And she is a toad, not a frog. There's a difference. The toads have the little bumpy skins, as people call warts, but they're not warts, and you don't get warts from them. So it's one of the ways you can tell a frog and a toad from each other.
Okay. And Mrs. Toad's got some hops.
Yeah.
She keeps trying to leap out of Chris's
She is ready to go start her trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I think so, right? And then Noodle, but you had a different name for her.
We call her Fideo because she's found in South America, so a Spanish name. And we call her Noodle because she makes us do all the work, and she's like handling a big wet noodle.
Okay, so is she kind of a lazy boa?
She's, I guess, a lazy boa in the fact that she's, like I said, learned that we will do the work for her.
Okay, all right.
So she has a nice, relaxing, pretty easy life at the zoo.
Yeah, and Boo at the Zoo is an opportunity for families to go out to the Sacramento Zoo and explore the amazing animals, especially the kind of creepy crawly ones, right?
Definitely.
Fun. But there's more though, right?
There is. There's all kinds of things. So we will have a show based on the creepy crawlies and the nocturnal species. There's a magician who's going to do a magic show. We have, of course, trick-or-treat trails throughout the zoo, and we have face painting and games. So it's all kinds of fun for the family at the zoo.
Oh, see, look at that.
Yeah, she is ready to go.
She's like, yes, you said trick-or-treat.
Definitely.
And in addition to that, though, too, at the zoo, there's also the attractions that I know everyone really looks forward to, including my daughter right here. That there's a spooky train.
There
a carousel.
is. So for additional fee, we do have the creepy carousel and the spooky train, which part of that will go to profiting some conservation measures, which, you know, we're big on the zoo, so that's a good thing to know. And it's fun. It's a way you can rest your feet in between those trick-or-treat trails.
That's right. Exactly. Okay, and I know my daughter Abby's really loving the boa right here. Abs, what do you like so much about the boa? Does it feel slimy? What does it feel like?
It feels really smooth, and the scales are really fascinating.
And it's fascinating, that's right.
And it looks like it's going to constrict that because it's moving.
You think it's going to make some pumpkin puree maybe in a little bit so that boa is squeezing that pumpkin?
Oh my gosh, it's getting close.
Oh, it's getting close. And so this is just an example of some of the exciting things that your kids get to do when they go to the zoo, and the fascination and the learning, right? Because I know a lot of kids think, oh, snakes are slimy,
I
but
know.
they're not.
Snakes have such a bad reputation, but they're actually very important to our environment, and a lot of people think that snakes are slimy, but they're not. But the toad is slimy.
Yes, and you were telling me that the toad, though, has a certain secretion that we need to be careful of, right?
Yeah, a lot of toads and frogs, their slime actually has a toxin, so if predators eat them, it can make them sick. Okay. And so, you know, there's a reason for it, but we want to also be careful, especially with the Colorado River toad. Their slime's a little bit more toxic.
And being the name Colorado River, this is an animal that's indigenous to North America.
North America, yes, Colorado area.
Yeah.
And the toads like this actually will spend a lot of time buried in the dirt. I guess you can say they're playing little trick-or-treat of their hide-and-seek themselves, and they kind of sit there buried with just their little kind of eyes hanging out there so you can see what's going on there. So
excellent. Okay, so Boo at the Zoo is happening when, and where do people go to get tickets?
It is Saturday, October 28th, and Sunday, October 29th, and it is a special event, so you'll need to get a special ticket. And the treat is, it's actually for adults cheaper to go on that day. It's only $13.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a little cheaper, and it's, like I said, a fun family day, and kids dress up in their costumes so they can show off.
And it's safe, too. So, yeah, dress up in your costumes. You don't have to worry about the dark trick-or-treating. It's just a great opportunity. So go to saczoo.org. Chris, thank you so much. I know that snake is staring you down, Abby. I know she's having a lot of fun.
Supposed to have a staring contest.
They are having a staring contest.